What's up, y'all? It's your boy Jersey Gunners. Before we start this video, I'd like to say thank you to all the subscribers out there, all of you, all the loves. Really appreciate it. All right, today's video is going to be breaking down that AK, the ZASTAVA, breaking it down, getting it ready for cleaning and or oiling. All right. Before we start, first, let me show y'all a view of the ZASTAVA without the wraps on it. This is what we have here, just so y'all can see exactly what we're dealing with here. Right now, before we start, make sure she's clear. She's clear. Okay. Now, first thing you want to do before you start cleaning is you have to take off your dust cover. Okay. Now, with the ZASTAVA, you have a button here and a button here on the back. In order to compress this button, you have to press this button. So you press that button fully, you press this in, and boom, it comes off of there. Now that's your dust cover. Now this is what it looks like without the dust cover. You got your spring and you got your bolt carrier group in there. See that? Now next thing you want to do is you want to remove your spring. Now this spring will not just come up out of there. All right, it's locked in. And again, in order to get that spring out of there, you got to press this button on the side. You press that button in and your spring comes out. Now you got your hammer right here for your trigger hammer. I like to press it down to get it out the way, and then your bolt carrier group comes off of there, okay? Now this is what it looks like without the bolt carrier, spring, or dust cover, okay? Next thing you want to do is take off your gas tube and your foregrip, okay? Now, let me let y'all look at this. In order to take off that gas tube, it's this lever right here that's on the side, right? You lift that. It could be a little stiff. You lift that up like so. Little flathead screwdriver, so boom, your gas tube comes off of there. That's your gas tube right here. All right. This is what she looks like when she's not on the AK. It's a pretty big gas tube, okay? Now this is what it looks like without the gas tube, the dust cover, everything else but the foregrip, okay? Now in order to take that foregrip off, again, there's a little lever. Let me find that lever. There's a little lever, okay. That lever is right here, if you can see. That lever is right here, right? So in order to get that, you take it up here, just like so, right? Then you can remove your cleaning rod out of your AK like so, okay? Next thing you want to do is, oh, hold on. You actually got to move that. See that? You had to move this lock catch for the foregrip off of there. And then you could take your foregrip off. Now this is what the AK looks like with just a barrel and a frame, okay? Now in order to do all your deep cleaning, if you want to do all your deep cleaning, you spray everything down, brush it out, grease it up. Now let me give y'all a view of what we have here. We got our gas tube. We got our dust cover. We got our cleaning rod. We got our recoil spring. Oh, hold on. You got our bolt carrier group. And you got your foregrip, okay? Now that's what it looks like when it's totally broken down to where, you could do your cleaning and whatnot. You get your brush, you attach your brush to here. You could clean the barrel out with this brush. With this rod right here, just screw a brush on the end of that, as you can see. And you can use that. Okay. Now we're going to do the reassembling, okay? First thing first, you just go you just go reverse in the steps that you did. You put your foregrip on first. That foregrip has to lock in there. Into the bottom. Like so. Right? But foregrip definitely has to be all the way down in there. So it might take a little edging it back and forth, just trying to get it down in there. Then, oh, hold on. Did a little hammering down. If I could get it back on there for y'all. Hold on. So you hammer it this way first. So it's in right like that. Then you lift that up and now it's in, okay? Now you want to put your lug catch back onto there, just like that, right? So that bottom is all the way in. That's what the hammering was from the angle. Now that lug is on there on the front part like that. And this is the, just make sure it's on there correctly, because she looks like it got a little bit of space. Yeah, there you go. Make sure it's down on there correctly with no gaps, okay? Now this is the lever here. You want to pull that lever back into place, all right? Now, you can use your gas tube as sort of like a wrench. Okay, just to start it off, and then boom, get that down in there like so. Now she's on, okay? Next thing, what you want to do, you get your guide rod or your cleaning rod, right? That cleaning rod comes through the top of the firearm, like so. Oh, let me look, I can't see. Like so. Into place like that. Push it down in there. Okay. Just like that. You got your cleaning rod underneath there, okay? Now the next thing you want to do is your gas tube, okay? Your gas tube, you make sure your lever is up so this is flat and it can actually go on there, right? So what you need to do is you attach the front part first, and then that slides right down on there like so. Then you lock it down, okay? She's in, okay? You see how that looks so far? All right. Now, the next step, what you want to do, let me show y'all. This bolt carrier group with the AK, it comes apart like so. You got your grooves, then you got your notch here. This what actually locks it into position, okay? So you put it in like that, and then you turn it until it locks in. And that's how you know it locks in, when you're able to pull it back and forth and it don't fall out of there, okay? Now you take your firearm, your AK, you start feeding that through there like so. Boom. Oh, hold on. Boom. It'll start falling down on there on its own, okay? Now what you want to do is you want to put a little pressure on it. Oh, hold on. See, it wasn't in there right. That AK, it'll let you know if it's in there right. It has to be on the grooves. Okay? So when you put it in like that, and then it should go just like that, be able to slide up nice and easy. It's on the grooves in the inside of the AK. Now you get your spring, put your spring through, You set it up in position just like that. Now you remember that? Remember that button on the side I was telling you about? This is in position, but it's not locked securely, right? So once you get it in position, you press this button, boom, and it locks it right into position. And now that's not going anywhere, okay? Now you can even rack it just to make sure everything's good. Boom, everything looks good. Okay, now you got your dust cover. You take your dust cover, you position the front, hold on, to where it's like almost locked in, up like that. Then you take this button again, press that side button, boom, and now she's on, okay? Now let's give a check. Let's give another check. Okay, everything looks good, okay? Now that's how you break down the ZASTAVA AK47. Break it down totally to just a bare bone barrel. You got your gas tube off, your foregrip, got your cleaning rod out of there, got your dust cover off, your spring, your bolt carrier. I mean, you can even go far as to take off the butt stock, the handle, everything, you know, if you wanted to change that out, all right? Now, again, this is what my ZASTAVA looks like without the wraps on it. I keep the wraps on it because I like how it feels and it protects the heat, but also it protects this nice finishing wood job on here. You check that out? Check that out. All right. Now, again, thank y'all for subscribing. Thanks for tuning in, liking my channel. And you know how I always say, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Even while I'm down here doing this video, I'm ready. Okay? So remember, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. This your boy Jersey Gunners. Peace.